What's up guys, welcome back into the video. This is 2022 and the very first video I'm posting in 2022. So guys, wherever you're watching from, I want to wish you all a very happy new year. I did have a lot of plans to go ahead and post a lot of videos, but unfortunately I was a little bit stuck in travel and I wasn't able to go ahead and create any videos. In fact, I still am in travel. I'm still trying to make some videos on the go. So here we are guys, just to go ahead and drop my very first video in 2022. I know 9.00 has been out for quite some time now, but there are a lot of hosts been updated and a lot of things have been happening since December all the way to the new year. So guys, in this video, I'm going to show you some master hosts that's been updated. Since the jailbreak we have is not a custom firmware, we would need to go depend on a particular host to go ahead and jailbreak every single time. So it's essential for you to have the best host for your particular PS4. So let's dive right in. So I'm not jailbroken right now, so I'm going to go down to System, scroll all the way down. As you guys can see, no debug settings, neither GoldHEN on top. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go ahead and jailbreak it. Alright guys, the first thing you do, go to Settings, clear website data, whatever you have, clear it off, delete cookies as well. Once you've done that, so we're going to first look into Kameleon's new website. Fortunately, you don't have to go ahead and type the entire Kameleon. He has made his website much shorter. There you go guys, that is the link. I will leave this link in the description. Go ahead and hit go. So it checks if you haven't been cached already, it's going to cache it first. And here we go guys. So this is what Kameleon has done. He made an all-in-one host, that's AIO, that's all-in-one. So the first button is Kameleon version 4.3, a complete host over here. Then he has a Leeful version 4 GoldHEN version 2 button over here. It's just to go and load a GoldHEN via Leeful's method of loading it. And then you have GoldHEN server payloads if you want to use it. If you want to use some payloads using the GoldHEN bin server, then you'll have to enable the bin server and then use the payloads from here. And finally, you have the offline PS4 trainer. This is the Kameleon's version of the PS4 offline trainer. And you also do have a Leeful's version, which I'll be covering in just a few minutes. So let's go and open up the Kameleon's full host first. Let's open this up. And now it's going to go ahead and cache Kameleon's version 4.3 on your particular browser. So let's give that a second. All right, so cache is done successful. And as you guys can see, this is kind of like Leeful's method of having his host. So Kameleon did something similar to that. As you guys can see here, you have GoldHEN version 2.0b, 2.0b2. Then you also have the bin loaders for two different server ports. And likewise, you also have a payload section 1, a payload section 2, a few different Linux versions over here, GTA 5 mods, and RDR2 mods as well. And Kameleon did mention that the site is going to be the same no matter what update he does. It's going to be updated on the same site, so you don't have to go and find a new URL every time he updates. So this is what this one is. I'm going to go back out. I'm going to hit on Leeful version 4.0. So guys, the whole point of Leeful 4.0 is this one over here. So this caching is almost instant because it doesn't have any payloads. It's just for the jailbreak. All it does, it just runs the Webkit exploit, the Leeful's method, and it's going to go ahead and exploit my PS4, which is happening right now. I'm going to take my USB, keep it ready. Okay, there's my queue. I'm going to plug my USB in now. There's the unsupported pop-up, and that's about it. I'm going to click on OK. Click OK to continue. There's another prompt which is new in the Leeful's method. Click on OK, and there we go guys. GoldHEN version 2.0b2 is now successfully loaded. So this is as simple as the jailbreaking is. It's one attempt, barely anything to worry about. Back to the main menu. So back to this particular menu guys, you can go and run any payloads from Kameleon's full host. And finally, you have the offline PS4 trainer, which should take a few minutes to cache. If I go and click this and let this load up, there you go guys, this is the PS4 trainer. I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with this. I was supposed to post another video about how to use the PS4 trainer, but it's pretty self-explanatory guys. You guys can go and check this one out. And I'll still post another tutorial just for the newbies who do not know how to use this or do not know what the purpose of this is. And I'll be posting the video shortly as well. But this caching is going to take a while because it's going to go ahead and locally host the entire database of all the games that you can go ahead and cheat on. So I'm going to go and skip this one out and hit the back button. So guys, this is Kameleon's major all-in-one host right over here. So moving on to the next host. All right guys, so next up we have PRB's host, which is also being worked along with Leeful. Though Leeful is not on the scene exactly right now, but he's still been working in the background with PRB and making some updates to the 9.00 jailbreak host. So PRB 123.ir. So guys, this is the link. Go ahead and launch it out. So installing the offline cache, give it a second. So it looks like it also automatically installs the trainer files as well. I wish they had an option not to do that right away, but it looks like it's going to go through. So I'm going to give it a few minutes. Let's see how it goes through. All right, guys, so now it's finally cached. So we're going to go ahead and do as it says, turn off the internet and reopen the browser. So I'm going to do that. Open up the browser now. Okay, so here we go. We have the host entirely loaded up over here. Has a very interesting interface over here. So GoldHEN 2.0 here, app to USB, game dumper, all the payloads here, very interestingly loaded up. You also have the PS4 trainer menu, which I think will go for the offline trainer menu, and the web RTE to run before you go ahead and use the trainer menu. And looks like it does load to the bin loader server, because I do see a message over here. Instant payload loading is disabled. Load GoldHEN and enable bin server in GoldHEN settings to enable. So you guys have to go ahead and do that. So let me just go ahead and do that right away. Let's go to the settings and GoldHEN right on top and enable bin loader server. Once you enable this, you should be able to get this little pop-up, and let's go straight back to the website host. Okay, now that we're back here, it does say instant payload loading is enabled. So we can go ahead and load any of these payloads and it's going to load instantly, guys. So I don't see any more options here. So I'm going to go and click on the PS4 trainer menu. And looks like here it is, guys. So this is Leeful's offline PS4 trainer that he's been working on. I think I'll focus more about this on the particular tutorial I'll post specific to PS4 trainer, but this is pretty awesome. It does have a very new interface, all thanks to Leeful on working really hard about this. He did mention about this to me a while back, but I see that's completely functionable now and it's right now live, and you can go and cache it yourself. Okay, let's go back to the exploit menu, and this is the other host that I was talking about. Let's move on to the next host. Alright guys, so here we have the next link. This is Nazky's host. I'm gonna load this up. I have covered this earlier in my previous videos. So Nazky did make a very different little host over here, which has a wallpaper changing every single time you load it up, and specific to holidays and New Year's and Christmas. So he did have a very different way of loading this up. So kind of interesting if you like a very unique take to a host. He does have this big jailbreak button right in the middle. Since I'm already jailbroken over here, I'm going to avoid this. I'm going to go to the payload page. So he does have a pop-up that does show you which particular firmware you're on and which device you're using. Background has changed already, and you have all the different tools over here. So guys, in order to navigate over here, use the D-pad. So press the down button and use that to navigate across the different payloads. So going down, you have lots of different tools over here, and these are all loaded by the bin loader server. So make sure you have the bin loader enabled. Right now I do have it enabled, so I can go ahead and load any of these things if I wanted to. Like for instance, I'm going to click on disable updates. Boom, it's done, payload received, and it's going to execute right away. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the Linux payloads. So guys, if you know, Nazky is the one who did go ahead and launch a lot of Linux payloads as well. He is going to be working on another one and making Linux a little bit easier. So I will be focusing on making that tutorial ASAP once that is done, because the whole aim of having a Linux on your PS4 is actually pretty cool. It does allow you to do a lot of things that you couldn't possibly do on a PS4. So guys, this is Nazky's host. You guys can go check this one out as well. It has been updated and it will stay on the same link any updates that he does. So guys, that's about it for this particular video. Just gonna go ahead and cover some of the updated hosts over here. So those three of them, that's Kameleon, PRB, along with Leeful, and finally we had Nazky. Of course, there's many other hosts out there, guys, mostly using the same code, just been replicated across to multiple hosts out there. So let me know in the comments which host you prefer, which host you're using. Have you checked out these hosts and how your PS4 9.00 jailbreak is going? So I'm back being active, guys, and I'll be posting more tutorials. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and drop a subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy gaming, and I will see you guys shortly. Bye bye, guys.